What is up, Zelda Speedruns? Welcome to the A Link to the Past Randomizer All Dungeons Keysanity Tournament 2023 Grand Finals. This is game one of Gammachuu versus Kaede Rukawa, and here to tell you all about it are your commentators for the day, Dapper Wormman and Telethar. Folks, take it away.
Hello. I've been told to also inform everyone there is a Spanish restream over at !Spanish. Otherwise, it should be fun.
Yeah, I don't know if we are actually live yet or not on the
Well, that would be fun.
channel.
Oh, you are. They can see you. They can hear you.
You hear me.
Great.
Thank you. So, Daperworm, how do you feel about this mode? How do you open it?
I love inverted. It is one of my favorite modes. I know it's a very unpopular opinion, but we get starting boots here, so I wouldn't be shocked to, a little rush over to Skull Woods, get some free bombs. Usually inverted, I like to start at Link's house, maybe see if I get a bomb or a weapon or something, and then just immediately save and quit the Dark Tank. But here we, changes a little bit with the boot start, and we see a couple of Sank starters today.
Do we? I don't see anything. Okay, that was my bad. So interesting. Sank start. Pretty normal. I actually don't like. I like to start and get the rock from like on the way to Kingston. Get your bombs out of there and just go straight to Hype Cave.
Yeah, with that starting boots, you can get that free bomb drop, can't you? As we see, not a bomb on the ledge there. Oh, nice full magic drop for Gammachuu, though. That was just a piece of heart on the bumper ledge, so we won't be needing to get that today.
So you doing big key chest here, or are you just doing the 4 and calling it good?
Oh, I'm doing the 4 and calling it good. As we see Kaede dodging that enemy there, not taking an overworld death. That's good. Gamma getting his 4 free bombs there. Or I guess that was that from the tree pole, the bombs?
Yeah, it must have been from the tree pole.
Yeah, because he went in from the front. And Kaede gets the key. Okay, so that's important. Going to be able to maybe walk out. Gamma taking a little bit of a death there, but see Kaede is able to wrangle around these berries and these mummies. But this is what, the grand finals of the All Dungeons Keysanity tournament. So this is just game one. Oh, as we get a nice glove there in Skull Woods.
For some reason, streams are lagging for me. So I'm going to open up the actual stream and go from there.
Okay.
I'll be talking like with a 10-second delay until this fixes itself. But
well, I'll try and do the play-by-play, and you can add the color commentary for a while, I guess.
Right,
we get a surprise. A surprise skull in the rock there, and it does not get hit, but does actually get the full magic drop, so that's kind of funny. And he did get a sword as well, I saw in Link's house on Gammachuu's side.
Okay.
And setting up for another tier 1 drop, getting a little bomb refill. Kaede's going to get his glove here, be very happy. And we get Hype Cave, can be very hype in this inverted Keysanity mode. Big Key Turtle Rock.
So Kaede opened that door, which means he is going to... Okay, never mind. He's going to need a Skullwood small key, which will be in Hype Cave, so it won't matter.
Yeah, there was one of those in Hype Cave. We, that's in this Keysanity mode, it's a little scary sometimes when you get into like Skullwood small go mode, which is very uncommon, I would say, but they have a tendency to turn up and you don't use them a lot. Kaede looks like gonna not save and quit, gonna run out here and run to Village of Outcasts. But yeah, we did get mitts also in Hype Cave, which is probably the more important one between the glove, the big key from Turtle Rock, and the small key to Skullwoods. And there's another small key, this one to Palace of Darkness there.
So Gamma gets to go up from the south, and he's gonna have to play the arrow game, but he'll get to clean up everything from the south with the mitts. But easy to route.
Yeah, and usually if you have bits and you're in this area, you want to grab the smith and then go to the light world, but we don't have the ability to be in the light world. We don't have the moon pearl yet, so he probably won't grab the smith. I would hope he is not forgetting he doesn't have Merle yet. But a nice drop, a nice detour there at the arrow game to get 104 rubies and pay the $80 here, and then he's got enough for chess game now.
Just every dig is a red 20, so.
Oh, there's that moon pearl. Maybe we do grab the smith on our way north here. And a small key also showed up in Thieves Town there. I did not see what it was, so I'll have to catch up there. But that was a big key to ice. So Gamma's not going to be able to go into Thieves Town here. I don't think you can take that NPC into any of the dungeons in this mode. But that's not too bad to be skipping the Thieves Town at this point. You're getting super early Dark World, or excuse me, Light World access. So used to saying Dark World, but you're in this mode you need Light World access. A little bit of an unusual thing that you see here in Inverted is that you have Light World access without getting the lamp and sword and beating Agate Tower and all that. So we're just super early here at just under 6 minutes, our first trip into the Light World.
Yeah, at this point you're just gonna do a giant Light World loop and just hope that there's nothing that you're missing out on in Thieves Town. So Kaede's gonna instead get those mitts later at the end of this loop, and then where is he going, you think? Is it just back to Kak? Or
yeah,
you go up the mountain?
Oh yeah, with mitts I could see maybe an early mountain play being beneficial.
I think probably Kak is probably the play, but it does feel a little bad.
Yeah, Kakarika's the normal play, I would say, but especially in this mode, you try and limit your mountain trips. As we get a mirror in the Light World as well, I was going to say that's the one thing that if Gamma maybe dodged the mirror in Thieves Town, which we knew was not there, but he didn't know, that would have been a bad thing with the Smith and Toe. But he's got the mirror, so he's not worried about that now.
I mean, so Gamma's just not going to touch a dungeon for a while, really. He might do the Front of Thieves here, but, like, he just can do a giant loop around the entire world and get every overworld item in the game before having to commit to any dungeons.
Yeah, the early route that Gamma chose paid off a little bit, I would say. So off to maybe an early lead, but it's very early to be calling this race in anyone's favor at this point. And Gamma not remembering to turn in the Smith, and then yeah, turning around. There we go. Inverted is definitely a mode that messes with people's heads. Even top tier runners like Kaede and Gamma here it's just sort of a mess. All your muscle memory is sort of thrown out because things are a little bit different. It's kind of a testament to how good the programmers of Link to the Past Randomizer did by doing these overworld changes and stuff to making it actually possible to play an inverted mode.
grabbing the purple chest early here kind of commits Gamma to doing a pretty south route. Which means he's going to do, like, where is he going to go exactly? He'll go do the dam, and then I guess he'll go Mini Moldorm Cave, Ice Rod Cave. So I don't even know. It's a little awkward for him, to be honest.
Yeah, gonna go south instead of north, the Graveyard Ledge, Sanctuary area. You know, kind of nice to knock this all out on your first trip to Kakariko, though.
Yeah.
Okay, Kaede is not going into any of these entrances. Might think you can't take the Smith into there, but I think the Smith is restricted from dungeons and multiple entrance caves like the Ascension Cave or Paradox Cave or stuff like that.
Yeah, it's on the EG map, like the level 2 stuff or whatever it is, right?
Right, and then that's opposed to the Cross Keys entrance modes where the Smith can go pretty much anywhere.
Yeah,
so just
Smith will follow you until you delete him.
Yeah, there are a few ways to do that, but we're not seeing that today on either side. Let's see if Kaede moves back up and gets his mirror, which is really one of the most important items in Inverted.
Yeah, probably after checking race game out and grabbing that. So Gamma's not doing the 4 free checks in desert area.
Yeah, I kind of like this. I mean, it's not too much of a detour to get these 7 items in this area, and then maybe you get something that helps you get into Desert or Misery Mire. Right now, we would need the medallion that is on Misery Mire's entrance to actually get into Misery Mire, but we can do Mire Shed and maybe find a glove. Oh, wait, we have 2 gloves. So putting off Desert area for more access is sometimes a lucrative thing.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely could go either way at this point, right? Like, if your book is over there or if your flute's over there, those are really painful things to not have grabbed here, or your hammer even, because when are you getting back there?
Right.
With Mid's Dark World access, and the next time you're in the Mid's Light World access, the next time you're in the Light World, you're gonna want to swing all the way up north and get everything in the north.
So purple chest was the Mire key, one of our Mire keys, and then we had a bow. And
no, Mire key was in the dam, or the
my bad.
treasure. Purple chest, I believe, was junk.
Got it. We did get a bow there, and another key there in Mini Moldorm Cave.
Yeah. We have a bow. We have 2 arrows. We can water walk out of here and go do Zora and then do Catfish afterwards if we don't find an item. Sorry, not 2 arrows, 2 bombs. But if we find an item we need to pick up, then we can't go back for Catfish. So that's just really awkward.
Yeah, Catfish isn't too awkward when you do have this mirror. It's also really nice and inverted when you end up getting the flute. And there's that small key in Mini Moldorm Cave along with the bow for Kaede.
Well, it's not too awkward if Gammon doesn't need to grab the Zora Ledge item.
Right, yeah.
Because he's going to want to be water walking, which means he's going to... he's not going to do Catfish first. He's going to have to walk out of Okay, well, scratch that. We're we're spending our resources now.
Nice quick splash leak there. I thought he was a little bit high, but he actually had enough time to get hop off there.
You have an infinite amount of time because, like, right, you have.
Oh, okay.
Right, because you have enough time to do the double top in Zora area.
Right.
It's actually pretty hard to not have enough time.
Okay, nice lamp paired with our useless Ganon's Tower map.
Kaede going immediately into the ice. Oh, into the ice portal. Okay, I like that. He's pretty low on resources for this, but should be fine.
Okay, Gamma sees a full heart container on Zora Ledge and doesn't have enough money to even talk to Zora. So that's a little bit of an orphan for him.
Yeah.
Kaede's going to be in the same boat. He's actually not even checking Zora Ledge, just going to run up here to these other water checks, Hobo, and this Hylia Island here. He has no more bombs, so this is going to be the end of his route.
So now Gammon goes and does Sea House. Very normal routing.
Yeah, I usually wait till about 16 minutes to check Sea House and Inverted. I don't know about you.
Yeah, I like to do the left half of Boo and split the right half for later.
Yeah, all joking aside, it's usually just, it's not that painful to get to Village of Outcasts in Inverted, especially with boots. As you know, you think about it as being a long trek in your normal open modes, because you have to go through the portal, but not so much really here.
We've already got 2 Skull Smalls and a Fire Rod. I'm probably beating Skull Woods here when I do the Lost Woods.
Yeah,
it's a little bit of a spooky fight on Green Mail 4 Hearts, but you know, you have Master Sword, you have half magic, Fire Rod, you probably should be okay. You know, Gamma's done a million spoiler runs with not too much better equipment on some of them.
Right. If anyone can do that fight, it's the runner on your left side of your screen, Gammachuu. And Kaede would probably be able to do it as well. Let's see if maybe he finds another safety or something before then. Going to run into that second sword as well. And we see another small key, not to Skullwoods, but to Dark Palace. And with that mirror, going to have a nice time checking the middle of Skullwoods and then getting to the back of Skullwoods. And there's a big key to Thieves tab, which we do not have the hammer or small key for, but we can know that's a little bit of a scary mirror. That's not a place to be.
Where the hell? Oh, man.
I guess we could have run around there, but he's going to do the boss first before the middle chest, I guess.
So, third time's the charm, right?
Yeah, I think Gam's going to have to bring out that practice hack and practice mirroring and inverted. I think in an inverted seed, if you have 2 mirror bonks, that's about par for the course for any runner. So there's his 2 for the rest of the seed. He can't have any more mirror bonks. Getting those 3 bombs in middle chest, and yeah, probably gonna make his way to the back.
It looks like Kaede is going exact same place. Had a little bit of a more roundabout pathing because he didn't grab those mitts early, but we're all ending up on 5-heart Master Sword Mothula.
Yeah, and he did end up getting that mirror, which was great. I believe I did saw him in Blindside, I thought. And it's on his tracker.
Mirror, yeah, it's on his tracker, it's on our tracker. Okay, he's not going. He's just saying, look, this fight sucks. I'm not going to do it right now.
Yeah, he doesn't know there's a 5th heart sitting there in bridge chest. It's just so free. Just do it. Oh, oh, there's his 5th heart there in King's Tomb.
Yeah, I mean, with Fire Rod and Half Magic, it's actually not that bad. You just play the fight a little slow and just like Gamon's doing. It's really not the worst fight. I don't know why he's holding his sword out. Just shoot Fire Rod shots.
Yeah, trying to get some tempered damage there, but does get the first crystal and the book.
Yeah,
We get another pod key and back of escape. Sorry, go ahead.
Book is required. So now when Gamma goes south, he gets to clean up Bombos Tablet, enter Desert, and do all of that stuff, so...
And don't forget to check Ped.
Oh yes, of course, Ped.
But yeah, good point. That trip to Mire and Desert would be a little bit more fortuitous there. You know, be able to get more items. There's, you know, we have the starting boots, so there's an item on the torch possibly that we're going to need in Desert, as well as the map chest right in the middle.
Yeah. Probably hoping now, you know, make Desert even a little better. It does kind of super suck in inverted.
Yeah.
Until you get the flute at least.
Oh, and we see a big key there on Lumberjack Tree.
That's
okay.
really good news for, like, you're really happy to see that.
Absolutely.
Because that means Aga, Castle Tower Key. There's a very good chance Castle Tower Keys are pre-GT.
Oh, right, because this is all Dungeons Keysanity, so you have to do Aga anyway. I forgot about that for a second.
Yeah, it was not sarcastic. You are happy to see that.
Yeah, definitely. I'm on your page now. But also, beating Aga in inverted is sometimes just a big time save for getting to East Dark World or East Light World. So, not too sad to see that for a few reasons.
Key to Castle Tower, maybe you might be right. So Gamma looks like he's planning on finishing his route here in Back of Escape. Because he did Front of Escape, or he did Sanctuary Chest, which, if he was planning on running out, is, you know, stupid. So he's probably going to drop down and save and quit.
Yeah, the only thing that would be bad is if, like, the mushroom shows up in Back of Escape, he'd want to run out and turn that in, probably. But what are the chances of that?
0, because Kaede just did it and it wasn't there. But but also, I mean, that's... when an item shows up and changes your plan, that's fine. But it looks like he is planning on just ending his route here, maybe going up the mountain. Kaede is doing Front of Escape.
Yeah, we did get that lamp, and then you can full clear all the way to Zelda Cell, just knock these out. We'll see if he mirrors out, and then mirrors and checks the Pyramid Ledge item.
I would hope so.
Yeah, and then probably going to go to the Saha and Eastern and Pod area. That's just a lot of stuff there. We have the bow. We have multiple pod keys at this point, 5 on Kaede's side. That's just screaming something's in pod as we get our nice Cane of Samaria there in map chest.
Yeah, 5 keys is a lot. This is a VT branch, which means that if Hammer's not available right now, then all of pod's in logic. You know, aside from obviously the boss, but
Right, of course.
that is 12 items just hanging out there in logic.
Okay, avert your eyes from the left side to the right. We don't want to see the worst part of inverted, walking the old man slowly up Dark Death Mountain.
Secret tech, if you have spin speed, for whatever reason, the old man just flies up the staircases.
Yeah, hook or spin speed will do that.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a castle tower small.
That's really nice.
That's locked behind the Hyrule Castle small, ironically. Okay, we peek at Shovel on Spectacle Rock.
I feel like that's not the place to mirror Kaede.
No, it's a little bit lower.
Was that the first bonk? Are we okay? We under quota still?
Yep.
Okay.
He's got a birdie right now.
I mean, they're pretty much done with the seed, so he's probably not gonna break the rules.
Yeah, Skullwood's back and Hyrule Castle Pyramid are the 2 sort of tricky areas for mirror bonking. They're pretty free on like the mountain and stuff like that. Okay, big divergence. This is pretty much the biggest divergence we've had so far. We've got Gamma on the mountain, and Kaede telling us that Turtle Rock's our green pendant and going to do odd eastern area. That's a really nice hook shot there in Saha's closet.
Yeah. I am certain that Gamma does not hover, so that's gonna be an extra trip up here. You know, he doesn't. It's not as bad in inverted to get to Hookshot Cave, but it is still a trip.
Yeah, it's a time investment for sure.
Kaede also pulled Samaria in logic out of the front of escape. So if that's Ether, we already have Big Key and 2 smalls to TR. It's a good chance that we're going to need to be back up here pretty soon on Gamma's side, and Kaede will have a more efficient trip though. But Gamma gets the Eastern Big, so you know.
Right, that Eastern Big is one thing that Kaede will not be finding here in Eastern, so we'll be double dipping this dungeon as well. Probably looking for the Pod Big if I would be thinking about why he chose to go into Eastern before Pod. Oh, and that is Ether, but as you said, Gamma does not have Samaria. And of course, in inverted with the mirror, you can get into Turtle Rock a number of ways, so he will actually be checking some Turtle Rock chests here before too long.
Yeah, we actually just have everything, aside from an Ice Rod, that we will ever need for Turtle Rock between our 2 runners. I guess really just on Kaede's side, but except for being on the mountain.
Yeah, AD keys do be like that. It's going to give us some keys and some items in places that aren't convenient. one of those inconvenient places could be Zora, as both runners have been up to the Zora area, but both did not have too many rubies in their purse, so they're going to have to go back there if they're going to want to check that. And we're out of Eastern, going to mirror, get Kiki, and open up Pod as Gamma finds a mushroom in Paradox 5.
I don't think this bomb jump's gonna work. No, never mind. I was pretty sure he picked up the rupee in the air.
Yeah, I thought I saw that too, but I guess it worked out. And he's going to go into Turtle Rock, do the 4 checks on Laser Bridge first.
Yeah, makes sense. What you're going to do after this is just jump on down to Spiral and then mirror, do the 4 checks in the middle and then Spiral. That's the last thing you can do on the mountain.
Speaking of inconvenient things in inconvenient places, Tower of Hera, big key in Pod. We don't have any way of getting to Hera yet on either side, so maybe we run across the hammer at some point to get to Hera. But at least Kaede will have that and be able to get the big chest up top.
There's that Hera Castle small key. On Gamma's side, on Laser Bridge, so that's how the game wants us to get that Castle Tower small. Does mean Gamma's probably going to do Front of Escape sooner rather than later and get his Samaria. What else are we getting in Pod here on Kaede's side? Hammer?
I'm sure there's something. Hammer would be kind of funny. Turtle Rock's Fall, not really needed at this point. I think it's second or third.
Third, yeah. Definitely not needed. But it is starting to make it seem like Lava Chest or Trinex are going to have something early.
Yeah, even though you don't really need more than 1 or 2 keys in this dungeon, you logically need, all 4 to beat Trinex and get this chest here. Lava Chest is one of those nice shields I've heard so much about.
Yeah. Not even a logical shield. What's even the point of it?
Gamma's blind fight might get out of control. You never know. You might need that just to not get hit by the little fire.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Okay, GT Small locked by 4 Pod Smalls. Getting a little bit more money towards that nice 500 sum for Zora. Now we're going to get a 6 key check. Oh, okay.
Okay, on Gamma's side. Oh.
There's the Pod Big. Well, at least we got it before we hammer jumped over here to the Dark Maze, which is also all 3 of these checks are locked by those 6 Pod Smalls. And there's the big key to Misery Mire.
Well, these are actually in logic because we don't have the hammer.
Yes. Second Castle Tower Small as well. That's a good point. They're actually locked by 5, unless the hammer was available before this, but it's looking like it's not. Oh, there's the hammer.
So that hammer is in logic. But funnily enough, I do believe the boss is not in logic, because you're expected to open this door here.
Right. Yeah, that's really funny. And does not bring me memories of my race last night that had hammer and pod as well. Okay, so...
And I'm unclear. I'm actually unclear if that Pod Big is in logic at this moment.
Well, theoretically, the 6 Pod Small is behind that hammer, since we have the 5 key locked hammer. But of course, that's locked by 6. Then is what you're saying.
It's unclear.
Unclear.
It depends on... It's actually, I think, indeterminable if the game thinks that it didn't lock anything in the big chest, but if big chest had something, I think it's indeterminable if that's in logic or not, because the randomizer, it just depends on when it placed the items.
I see. Yeah, that does make sense. Helmasaur
Sorta.
is always. Yeah, no, it's nice to know that I'm not the only one that gets confused by that sometimes. But
Helmasaur is definitely not in logic. Yeah, without the six keys in this scenario, but or ever. Helmasaur's always going to be 6 key locked. But that Harmless Hellway was in logic until we pulled Hammer, in which case it became not in logic. But things going from in logic to not in logic is not something the randomizer actually does. So more accurately, it just depends on what order the playthrough has you opening these chests.
Helma playing nice, staying pretty low to get a bunch of hammer hits right away. And 4 hammer hits from Kaede, gonna take down the Helmasaur King. Is this gonna be a crystal or a pendant?
We didn't even mention Helmasaur's obviously not in logic. We don't have a map and compass.
Oh, of course. And it's a crystal, so Kaede eyes up the crystal count 1-1. And quick draw in chat pointing out that Gammachuu skipped the big chest in Turtle Rock, which I think makes sense because it's very close to the Mimic Cave, which you need the hammer for, and he didn't have the hammer.
Well, it makes no sense, actually, because you mirror at Spiral Cave, and then you walk along the bridge to the big chest.
That would have made sense. You're right. That's absolutely true. Maybe he definitely did skip that. I don't remember him checking it.
I wasn't paying enough attention to if he did it or not. I mean, his tracker says 6, which would imply he skipped that and he skipped what's it called as well.
Yeah, he skipped Crystal Roller, that's 2, and then the 3 in the front that he can't get to, and the boss, of course. And that's 6. So, yeah, let's hope that for him that's not too bad. He's going to get Samaria, so maybe he runs up there a little bit later. And there's the spot to mirror. You nudge yourself right there, and you can definitely get that $20. He needs it, actually, for Zora, so not a bad pickup. And there's Kaede setting up the...
Yeah, this is not faster.
Yeah, you don't need to pick up something because when you're running, when you have the old man on the stairs, it's like you have an item in your hand, like the bomb or Smarty Block, so you're going to go faster anyway.
But it is funny looking, so I appreciate whatever's happening to this sprite here.
Kind of reminds me of the spin speed in like Hera Tile Room when you pick up one of those pods. You're just like going all sorts of directions. But Gamma's going to be able to beat Eastern in one dip here. Meanwhile, Kaede with that Samaria is going to get a lot more checks in Turtle Rock.
Gamma's going to be able to do Eastern and Pod all in a single trip.
Yeah, he doesn't know it, but he will.
He'll go back up the mountain, and they're both going to be able to clear out Aga Tower here. Gamma will do it on his second trip, but not a big deal there. Kaede can do Hera here, which is something Gamma will be much later too.
Yeah, he can do as much as he wants in Turtle Rock, come over, do as much as he wants in Hera outside of the basement, and then mirror and do Castle Tower. It's a pretty nice combo here for the next few minutes for him.
Yeah. I think that being able to get these Eastern, like being able to single dip Eastern is going to be a little bit nicer overall, just because we have to come back up for TR for Ice Rod, but maybe not. They're pretty similar. They work out pretty similarly.
Yeah, I'm curious. So we're going to be seeing what the items are in the big chest and the boss of Eastern, but I'm also going to be watching how Kaede routes Turtle Rock here with having a lot more ability to do a lot more of it. And you know, Mountain with Mirror and all that is always there's no really good way to do it in inverted. There's no tried and true method. It's just there's a lot of running up and down Paradox Cave, in my experience.
Yeah, I mean you can either orphan Spiral Cave or you can run up and down Paradox an extra time. There's really no other options there.
Yeah.
Probably could have been a little bit more efficient with it. This is interesting actually, because going to Hera first, like you're gonna want to finish your route by climbing Castle Tower here.
Right, maybe hoping for Ice Rod to get that free trip to the front or something like that. Get the Ice Rod and then beat Turtle Rock on the first go.
Yeah, that doesn't seem. Oh, and Gamma's gonna have the book for Ether Tablet, which is one of the worst checks to get back to.
Another Ganon's Tower. Small key of note, in this mode, you can have progression for your pendant dungeons in Ganon's Tower. So we might not be able to go mode Ganon's Tower. Might have to check some stuff in the basement. So you're going to take at least 2 keys if you can find them. Because two keys guarantees you can get all the checks if you route efficiently.
At this point, the only thing that could be in Ganon's Tower that we need, I believe, is going to be no, I don't know what it could be. I don't think anything can be in Ganon's Tower except for the Ganon's Tower big key.
Yeah, if Swamp's a pendant, maybe Flippers.
We have small Flippers, yeah. No, because Ice is a crystal.
Right, so that would negate that. And speaking of crystals, there is Gamma's second crystal on Armos Knights.
Yeah, Ice Rod could be there. Sure.
That's true.
Surely not, though.
Yeah, that'll come into play. That'll become a lot more clear when we find out our pendants and crystals. The magic powder is there on, as well as the second crystal for Kaede. They're on Moldorm 1. I would think that hookshot would make Gammachuu want to go back up and just double check hookshot cave at some point. Now that he's gotten that out of Saha's closet, I'm not sure if Kaede's a hover, but just knowing that maybe Kaede got that first or could hover hookshot cave would be more of an incentive to come up and do Hera, especially with the 2 Castle Tower smalls he's going to get here.
Well, yeah, I think with the front of TR access, Big Chest and Crystal Roller and Mimic Cave and Castle Tower with the big key behind it and Hera with the big, like, you're going back up that mountain immediately.
Yeah, there's not a lot of other good options as far as dungeons you can complete, and I guess the hammer and big key to pod were in logic because our 6 key to pod was just sitting there in hookshot cave.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, I mean, Gamma is going to have a fully clearable Thieves Town.
Oh, that is true. And Ice Palace as well, with fake flippering.
Yeah. Not a bad play to fake flipper into Ice Palace. The flippers are going to show up eventually. You definitely want to do Ice before, say, like, Meyer area.
Oh, yeah.
Gamma will be able to clear this.
Yeah, Gamma doesn't know it, but he's going to get Hammer and Big Key to Pod. So as long as he doesn't spend his 5th key in a dumb way,
He won't.
Yeah, which he won't. But it is possible to accidentally do something like that.
Gamma
So
missed the map to pod. That's required to beat Helmasaur.
logically, it is. And the Crystal Roller Room check is also one Gamma skipped, I believe.
Yeah.
Because why would you check this but not the big chest?
Well, we knew that it was going to be bad because Gamma skipped it.
Right, of course there's nothing there. Oh, here's a nice little heads up, saving a mountain climb. Just use one of those keys and go check Laser Bridge the intended way? Question mark?
Nothing's intended and inverted.
That is true. Gamma also farming some money and gets over that $500 threshold. Kaede is well over that by now. Kaede is also going to have a much nicer boss fight. He's on more than 5 hearts, so that's nice. I wonder at what point he will go back there and get his required progression in the back of Skullwoods.
Yeah. A little awkward because at this point, you're kind of like, oh, yeah, I'll wait for Book.
Right. I think you hope to find the flute before you go back to Village of Outcasts, Thieves Town, and Skullwoods. So we'll see if that shows up or if it's just the call to do those dungeons is just too much.
I think you've got to just go back sooner, though. Like, you're going to... After he's done with this, he's going to have nothing really great to do, but aside from a fully clearable in logic Thieves Town with the beatable Skullwoods and the big key city. I don't know if he scouted it, and the lumberjack item.
Oh, right. If you beat Aga Tower first, you'll just go there because you have beaten Aga. I don't know if Kaede actually saw that lumberjack. I noticed it from Gamma's stream, and I'm not sure if Kaede routed that in. Lumberjack item's one of those things you go, well, if the game wants me to have it, it'll give me the keys. And then, well, it gave you the keys.
Where did we get this Meyer big key from? I missed it. Seems to be in Gammachoo's pocket.
Yeah, don't remember. I don't think Kaede's really skipped anything.
Was it Eastern?
It wasn't in the big chest, or... Oh. I'll have to maybe check the VOD.
Someone on chat will answer us. Just
yeah.
wait patiently. Someone who's actually paying attention.
Someone with a better memory. Oh, there's that flute behind Samaria.
Okay. Now this is just...
Yeah.
This seed's... Like... Honestly, this seed feels a little bit on rails for both of them. Like, there's been a couple of decisions to be made, but, like, it feels sort of... You gotta do A and B, and either way you're either gonna do ABA or BAB, right? Like, you either go to Eastern area first, and then you come back up with your Samaria and your hookshot, or you do mounted first, and you go back to... And then you have to double dip the mounted. So, like,
yeah.
Once all that's settled, all that dust is settled, like, we're going to be looking at pretty similar loadouts, pretty similar completion, like...
Okay, and Kefka was right in chat. The Meyer Big was there in Spiral Cave.
Yeah, that's what I've been saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was definitely not correct. He had skipped one thing that Gamma had done by this point. Not doing Castle Tower, so that kind of makes me think he has not scouted the Lumberjack item. But
I also
I'm gonna turn
don't
in
know
Flute,
how I
which is
feel
nice.
about Gamma just doing this. Right, like he had front of TR, or like all the rest of TR, 5 items in TR, Mimic Cave, 3 items in Hookshot Cave, 5 items in Hera, and the shovel, and he just is electing to do a quick Castle Tower clear.
Yeah, maybe he's also hoping for the Ice Rod first to be able to beat Trinex. Not sure. Because he didn't really leave anything in Hyrule Castle area. It's not like this is a free trip to an awkward place to route without doing this first. Maybe Zora, but that's not really that great.
Gamma has not mistracked the TR big key. Yeah, it's like that big key is actually. I mean, the only big keys it could be that we need is GT or Desert at this point.
Right. That he does know about that, so maybe that gives him a little bit more of a direction after this, so he can go mode more dungeons or something. But if he's got enough, he's got 3 Turtle Rock keys, so it's pretty nice to like do Mimic Cave, get the big chest and Crystal Roller Room chest on it, and then if he finds Ice Rod, go to the boss from there. So that's a pretty efficient route. But that Ice Rod did not show up here in the first 2 checks, the only 2 checks in Castle Tower.
Yeah, so one interesting thing that Kaede has opened up that Gamma will have not then is going to be that Red Bomb. Pyramid Fairy is now opened up for Kaede, having done an in-logic pod and an in-logic Hera.
Yeah, it looks like Kaede's got pod marked as one of those 5/6 crystals. So
yeah,
that'll be nice to get with Flute. Getting over there is a little easier. Maybe he beats Castle Tower before doing that. I don't know. There's big bomb's a little bit awkward sometimes in inverted. It's I always improv how I do that because I always forget the best way to do it. Because you have to buy in inverted. The bomb shop is in the light world. The Pyramid Fairy is still in the dark world on the pyramid.
Yeah, you just probably your fastest route is to just buy it, mirror Flute to 2.
Yeah, with that Flute, that'll be real quick. Okay, Aga 1 is down. Gammachuu.
I guess maybe you just walk it is faster. I don't actually know which is faster. But probably just walk it.
Yeah, if you walk it, you can get up here, sort of the reverse route the Gamma just did, and then mirror once you get high enough to be in the dark world south of the pyramid. So he's going to go right for that big key. Let's see what this is going to be.
It's desert, then he'll probably just go straight to the desert mire area and clear all of that out.
Yeah, our luck is going to be Swamp Palace or something like that. That's actually not required.
Well, not our luck, it's Gamma's luck, so it's desert.
That is true. Well, it's Skull Woods, which is also not required, unless there's something in that Skull Woods chest. And
Probably the
right
desert
here. Right, yeah, it just leads to the Desert Pig. And Gamma did not get Outer, I forget where that was, but that showed up on Kaede's side as he gets a pendant there from being blind at Thieves Town. Oh, and Turtle Rock is our green pendant, as we do, and the blue pendant was there in Swamp Palace.
Yeah.
That Skullwood's big, just 1/4 of a piece of a heart. Of a heart. Kaede has full knowledge of all the pendants and crystals at this point, so does not need to pick up that map. He knows all 3 pendants. He knows what the red crystals are. So the other ones he doesn't know are just 5 of those regular crystals. Gamma's knowledge is a little bit more sparse as we see all the question marks on his tracker on the restream.
No, Kaede, you have mitts. You split to 6.
Yeah, that's a great trick, because then when you hop off the ledge...
Also, we're not...
Also, we're in the Dark World.
This is now worse.
Yeah, and 3, 2, 1... Still not realizing.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm not really laughing at him, just with him.
It's when the realization kicks in. Yeah, I hate this mode.
Inverted just messes with people's minds. It's kind of fun sometimes to see people who are a lot better than me also struggle with some of these things.
Yeah, like,
but then they're also so much better at some of the other things.
I don't hate inverted at all, but then every once in a while, like at least once per seed, you say this mode is stupid. You don't want to blame yourself, so you blame the mode. Like,
and for the first time, purple chest. Oh, we knew what it was. Piece of art.
Kaede does not have the book. I mean,
Right, so the trip to Mire not as enticing.
Yeah,
well, I'm sorry, the trip to Desert.
He also has the flute, so it's... You get back there whenever you want. Flute meds.
Yeah. We haven't even been to Mire to check the medallion on either side.
No, but it's either. I mean, between the 2 runners, we've got Pyramid Fairy. What else? Like, what else is left, really, to be done?
All the stuff in the light and dark desert / Mire area, including the Bombos tablet.
Yeah, but if it's there, then that doesn't really. If like Bombos or Quake is there, then Mire's still just open. So like, what I'm just thinking like, what could even prevent you from going into Mire and clearing it realistically? Zora.
Yeah, that's why I'm a little surprised Kaede didn't go there. I guess, you know, gotta beat Skullwoods at some point anyway. And this is gonna be a crystal. Sorry, no, a pendant for Gammachuu.
Any fetch quest turns in yet. We have not seen the mushroom, we have not seen the shovel, and we have not seen powder, I believe.
Yeah, I don't remember seeing powder. Gamma's gotta be going to Mire Desert now, right? Or Ice, I guess. But no flute. Ice is a little just awkward to get to.
It's not that bad with a fake flipper here. Change their mind, I guess?
Yeah.
Change their mind, I guess?
Changing mind again.
Ice it is. We reset our Ancilla.
Oh, okay.
Kaede taking a quick break.
Ah.
you know, nature does its thing sometimes. You gotta go. Or maybe he had someone at the doorbell. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm sure he'll be back soon to continue on. That's a good reason to do Skullwoods first. It's a quicker entrance to get 2 items and then take a break during that cutscene instead of full clearing Mire. Although the Mire cutscene chest is pretty long.
Yeah, that would have been the play, right? Like,
you've heard of Coffee Break. Okay, this is our first entrance into ice though, and we do get a desert small key, so that's also a little heads up routing. We know we had the book, but we needed a couple of keys for desert, so let's go to ice first. Nice icebreaker trick there to get through that giant column.
this does not... Yeah, this is a long AFK break, so... Unfortunate.
Yeah. Getting some new checks. Oh, we're at the 1 hour mark, by the way, so we'll, as we get our Swamp Big Key, we'll do a little reset here. We've got Gammachuu on your left with 4 dungeons complete, plus Egg Tower. Kaede has just beaten his 4th dungeon as well. And he's back, fluting to somewhere. Did he notice he got the book? That's one big question. Gonna do ice first, so that's a reason that getting to ice is a little bit easier with the flute. You can fake flipper on the same screen you do in the light world. You can actually flute there.
Where's the half magic that Gamma has had for like the last 10 years?
I mean, that was before Skull Woods on like 4 hearts at like 8 minutes or something. So he must have got that from a mirror check or something. Was it? No, it wasn't Smith Chain. But yeah,
no, Kaede's done that.
There's no way it was just on like library or something, and Kaede would have skipped that, right?
Surely not. I'm not sure where that half magic was. I just... Catfish?
Yeah, Catfish makes sense because Kaede didn't have the mirror when he did the waterfall, and so wasn't able to do that. But now with Flute, Catfish is super quick. It's like 20 seconds. Ish.
I mean, Kaede has those keys to get the refill room, so that should be fine, but he didn't reset his spooky, so his first fire rod shot missed, and then he whiffed his second one, so he's going to need to get the refill room to have enough magic to do this dungeon.
Yeah, with no Bombo showing up, gonna need to do that. There's also the full heart trick, but he's not on full hearts right now. Although he does have powder to get that anti-fairy, or fill up here on the way to Ice Tea Room.
So going back up here is, yeah, it's for the magic. I was gonna say, like, it's not, it's like, it is slower than just going down, significantly slower. But mirroring out of the dungeon because you don't have enough magic to kill Cold Stare is significantly slower.
Ether tablet is not what we're checking. Bombo's tablet is nothing.
Their tablet is still on the mountain.
Yeah, we've only randomized the overworld with the chests inside the dungeons. We've not randomized where the tablets are.
What if we swap the two tablets? Would that just make everything different? No.
Yeah. Ether and Bombos are all vanilla, except you don't know where the tablet is. That'd be a fun mode. And just put catfish somewhere too to keep you quick. All right, heads up there, getting the refill room with those keys. And hitting the switch for good measure. Okay, Master Sword, Cold Stare Fight. We got the hammer out because those do tempered sword damage. Lots of hearts.
Spin. Yeah, we should be fine. Many hearts, much red mail. But our timer is less fine. I'm doing this fight without, you know.
One puff down. Two puffs down. Three puffs down. And there's Bombos and the flippers in Mire Shut. So
yeah.
I was wondering why Gamma did Desert before Mire, in case like the Mire Big Key, or excuse me, the Desert Big Key is just in Mire, but he wisely set up his portal very far left, so if the Big Key does show up here, he can just go back into Desert the quick way, as opposed to going through with the book a second time.
Yeah, that's pretty heads up. It seems like fairly likely that there's gonna be something in Mire at this point. Like the Desert Big will be in Mire at this point. I guess it could be in Swamp.
Yeah, Desert Big is a crystal. Have we gotten to the point where only Ice Rod can be in GT? I think we're pretty much
we've
there.
been there for like an hour and a half.
Okay, here's Kaede's second dip into Eastern. Can get the two chests, excuse me, the one chest and the other check on rights.
The GT Bigs can still be there as well.
Oh, right, the GT Big could be G. Yeah. This is not almost all dungeons keys. This is all dungeons Keysanity. And we had one key coming in here into Mire, which is great. We're able to beat this the quick way, the Keysanity way, where you do the Firelock side first and you get to get big chests and stupid chests and all these chests back to back. And it's really convenient, actually.
Gamma is skipping Mire cutscene. It almost certainly won't have his Desert Big.
No, because it's right there.
It certainly won't have his Desert Big. As for GT Big and Ice Rod, those can literally be anywhere at this point. They lock nothing. There's a very outside chance that the the Ice Rod is on the climb, which means the Big Key locks some stuff, but like realistically, those 5 checks are not going to have anything of value, so it's just going to be... Or 6 checks? Yeah. We just need to decide between how dense how much we're chasing density versus how much we're chasing efficiency.
Right, I think Gamma's in GT mode as well. Like, he can beat all the crystals, and he has already beaten Ice. I think that's not tracked right now, but there's a lot going on. and I think he can, and he'll probably get some knowledge here about what Misery Mire is, which will tell him what Swamp is. But he has the ability to beat Swamp anyway.
Yeah, I kind of like doing GT first here, actually, for Gamma before Swamp.
Yeah, GT with Aga Tower completed is literally a save and quit away. It's more efficient than anything else in the game to get to. It's easier to get to. Speaking of easy, here's Silver Arrow Vitreous. 11 shots, 9, and then 2 more. Yeah, and when you find the GT Big Key in Inverted, you just climb, if it's not in GT, and then you basically are back right where you started. The Ganon hole is on the top of the castle. So if you're in a mode where you're looking for Ice Rod and have the GT Big Key, you just climb, get the 4 checks, and if you have to go back in, you just walk up instead of walking down into Ganon. It's very easy. It's one of the very few things that people like about Inverted, I would say. And then Gamma, remembering he has his portal here, and can just go into the shortcut side of Desert Palace.
So now the question is, for Gamma, does he does do this Desert Big, so he's continuing to check things.
Oh yeah, this is so awkward to get back to, so...
Yeah, he doesn't have that flute, and he very likely will never get it.
Flute was front of Turtle Rock, right? Oh, there's a key to Misery Mire. LOL.
Laughing about having skipped that big key chest.
I mean, he's not going to check... Did he even check the compass chest, which is also on the Firelock side of Mire? Or did he only... Okay. Yeah, that'd be a little bit too crazy to skip that. But, you know, those checks aren't even in logic to get your 3rd Misery Mire, so why go there?
Gamma is probably ahead right now.
Yeah, I think he's got, you know, he's already got Mire done. He's already got Castle Tower done. I think they're actually even on everything that Kaede has done.
Well,
Gamma
Hera
has done. Oh, Hera. Hera is very quick, of course. Oh, sorry, this is Inverted. It's not very quick, you're right.
How did Gamma do Mire without Flute? Oh, it's Inverted, yeah.
Yeah, this is Inverted. So the one thing that's hard locked and Inverted is the book to get into the desert, as opposed to the flute to get into Mire.
So, you're in a pretty good spot to go do Swamp right now. But you know it's a pendant, and you know you're in GT mode. I think doing Swamp, you have to skip left side here.
Yeah. You don't want to waste any time when Ice Rod can definitely be in GT. He's going to do a Gina here. With the save and quit out of here, he'll be right at the top of the pyramid.
Yeah,
but he can't get into GT yet.
Yeah, so I mean, I think he's planning on doing Swamp here, which is a perfectly reasonable play if you skip left side. I think it's too much when you're in GT mode looking for just that, like doing left side for Ice Rod and GT Big is a little crazy.
Right, and if he knows that about the 5-6 crystals, which are marked on his... one of them is marked on his tracker, the other one's not. He actually won't be able to do the big bomb after this, so this could potentially be a big play on Kaede's side here. And there's a little portal that shows up when you beat Aga Tower.
Not entirely sure why we were in the light world or dark world for a little bit.
Yeah, there was a little bit of an eye roll on his side saying, oh yeah, I didn't need to do this. There's a small key in front of Swamp, and it's the third Misery Mire key. Uh-oh.
Okay, so that's important, because now that means that we've skipped the check, and Mire that's suddenly in Logic. Not that it really mattered, because it was going to be in Logic. Like, I guess there's a chance that it was on, like, the GT climb. But, like...
Yeah, those three Misery Mire keys can be almost anywhere, especially when there's nothing behind them. They could just be on, like, Moldorm 2 chest. Okay, I was going to ask, is Specky Clip legal in this seed? I was going to ask that about an hour ago when we had everything to get into Swamp except the flippers, and then flippers, of course, show up super late. Mushroom is a new check for us as well. So would you skip box chest in GT mode? Or only left side Swamp?
Only left side Swamp, probably.
Yeah. And we have the big key here, so don't skip this. We're just looking for that Ice Rod and that GT big key.
It took me a little bit to figure out what box chest was.
Oh, sorry. There's plenty of names for it. I'm not sure what you call it.
Compass chest.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
A little bit, very creative, very original name. I just refer to things by their spoiler names usually.
Right. That's probably the way to avoid the most confusion. Alright, here's going to be that half magic, we think, and then I think Kaede's got to check Zoran right here.
Yeah, but I don't really know why we're not in Mire.
Yeah, got Flute, he only has one medallion, so he might think it's a 2 out of 3 chance he can't get in.
Okay, but you have Flute, just go check.
Right, yeah, just go check it. And there's 2 checks in the overworld that are super quick, and you have mitts, so you can get some of the desert stuff like Agina and Checkerboard Cave.
Maybe he pulls something off his aura. Gamma full clears GT looking for it. But
Nice silver arrow to take down Arcus, and it's a key to Tower of Hera. That's another thing that Gamma can do up on the mountain, including Ether Tablet, that Kaede's in an awkward position to not check.
I would be absolutely shocked if Gamma does Hera Basement here. It is.
Oh, I definitely would.
But also, like, you skip left side Swamp, you skip Mire cutscene, you're in GT mode, and you are gonna go do Hera Basement.
I mean, it is an option, but yeah, I'd be surprised if he does it as well. I'd be surprised if anybody does it.
He's also probably going to skip all of TR here.
Kaede finally getting Bombos and the Flippers, and probably saying, well, they were right there. So Gamma definitely has those. And he's going to do Mire first. It's full clearable. Might get Desert Big here, he's saying.
We are doing some of TR here. We're going to get our Flute. I wonder if Gamma feels bad about that. Flute's a pretty nice item with mitts and inverted, and it's marginally useless without mitts.
Yeah, it's one of those ABA or BAB situations you're talking about. You know, he chose to do the mountain first, had a bunch of stuff to do Eastern Pod, and then had to come back here later, whereas Kaede did Eastern Pod first, had Samaria, had a couple more nice items to do Hera.
Yeah.
So a little bit of it feels bad.
I mean, I'm a little surprised that Gamma chose to not do to not go into PR and Hera before doing Castle Tower. I feel like you're up on the mountain anyway. Like, it just made a lot of sense to just figure the mountain out. But
Right.
I don't know what prompted the decision.
Okay, here's Meyer cutscene for Kaede. What does this say? Is he feeling behind? Is that one of those? I did a bunch of overworld stuff. Could have just gone right here. How to make a play.
Did a bunch of overworld stuff and went to the bathroom.
Oh yeah, that is true. That is just like basically lost time.
Yeah, that's just like an extra Meyer cutscene or 3. It's nothing, so far all of Gamma's skips have been fine. Nothing has really punished him. He didn't have flute, but...
Yeah, the late flute definitely feels bad, but I think Gamma's probably feeling pretty good with how efficiently some of the ways he routed worked out. Got that mirror early, Smith early, Pod and Eastern in one go, stuff like that.
Yeah, the things that Gamma would have wanted flute for, like, that you want flute for in an inverted seed, like, is like single dip or like when you have to double, triple dip the Meyer desert area. But Gamma was able to single dip that whole area, or like, same deal with Pod Eastern. But like, Gamma was able to single dip. So like, all the places you really, really want the flute for were all single dips anyway for Gamma. Like, yeah, he lost, 10 seconds there running to the desert area when he could have fluted 20 seconds or something, but like, not the worst thing to, not the most punishing of situations.
Kaede was running low on health. Did use that powder to kill people. Sorry, laughing at Gamma just getting bonked there. I'm not even sure if Kaede set up Spooky, but he definitely lost it now by doing the powder. You can still set up Spooky in invert.
Yeah, he could also do backup Spooky here.
That is true.
I don't see many people going for that. It's not hard, but no one goes for it.
Yeah, I've done it before, so I could definitely say it's not too hard. Gamma getting his 7th crystal. He is able to get into GT now. Kind of hitting that switch on his way to an easy Misery Mire fight. And here you go. Save and quit the light world. Got the mirror. Aga 1 is down, and here we are at GT. But we don't have the big key, so we gotta go look for that first.
Yeah, it feels hard to imagine to see any outs for Kaede at this point. Like, if unreasonably we decide that we're gonna do left side swamp, maybe. But even then, I'm not entirely sure. I guess Gamma has a decent number of overworld checks that he'll probably do first.
Yeah, the thing about left side swamp is when you skip it, you don't go back to it, I think. So,
in my experience, that's true. And it generally means that you've lost the seed because there's always progression there.
okay, we are skipping tile room, so that's, of course, completely justifiable. we'll see if that big key shows up before we can check the big chest by the time we get back past Ice Armos. And here's map chest, that's just 50 bucks. We don't need any more money. 2,178 is plenty. Gamma's also got 14 hearts, and there's that Tempered Sword, putting him basically at NMG level equipment. He does have silvers.
Red mail.
And red mail, but...
and a red shield, so... Can't forget about that.
Well, make that a mirror shield, a little
Not
upgrade.
It's definitely a grade.
So if you're just tuning in or wondering what's going on, this is All Dungeons Keysanity Inverted, starting with Boots. This is game 1 of the grand finals. There is a key to this dungeon, big key to this dungeon. So we did get the GT big key. Gammachuu is in Ganon's tower, but still has to do, what, one more pendant. He's got to find Ice Rod and then climb this tower, beat Turtle Rock, and defeat Ganon. So this is game 1 of a best of 3. And there's that Ice Rod. Gammachuu is in go mode. So if you like what you see here, definitely follow these runners. You know, they're good streamers, and I think games 2 and 3 are scheduled for back-to-back Sunday morning. Obviously, if Gamma holds on to his lead here and then wins game 2, that'll be best of 2 out of 3. But Kaede could come back and win game 1 or 2 and force that doubleheader on Sunday morning.
He cannot come back and win game 1.
Yeah,
we don't like to lie. We don't like to lie here. This game is decided.
Yeah, Gamma's got this, and then a very quick Turtle Rock, very, very quick and inverted.
This would need to be an immense throw in order to lose. Like, the only comebacks are like a crash.
Yeah, I was starting to say that before he found the Ice Rod, and then he found the Ice Rod. So yeah, this has been a very good race by Kaede. I mean, you know, didn't have too many. Didn't have any. He only had one mirror bonk. You know, Gamma had 2 mirror bonks. So shout out to Kaede there.
I mean, so Kaede, it should be at least, what is that, 7 seconds ahead?
Yeah. He did take a little pause, and, you know, just some unfortunate ways with routing and choices, which happens to the best of us.
Yeah, and there's a couple of non-bonk, but inverted oopsies. Definitely it feels bad. But I mean, I think the big thing is just the routing worked out better for Gamma. Gamma also managed to skip like all of the mountain on his second trip and didn't get punished for it. I think that's the big thing, is that like Gamma have like they both sort of chose to do, you know, different things in different orders and reasonable things, and none of it really punished Gamma, whereas Kaede got punished a little bit for some of his orderings.
Yeah, even that super late flute, as you were talking about earlier, with not really going back to those areas that the flute makes better more than more than the one time he went there.
Yeah.
Wisely remembering to get one key from the mini Helmas. I mean, Gammon didn't even check Sick Kid. I mean, he's got 3 bottles. Although if you're, you know, that's a little bit harder to route in inverted. And Gammon gets his revenge on Moldorm too, saying, I'm not going to fall this time. And down goes Aga2. Surprise, it was Ganon all along. But we do have to finish up Trinex before we go into the Ganon fight here. So he's gonna... Well, he never activated the flute, so he's just gonna save and quit after a quick mirror.
Yeah, I'm not even entirely sure. I guess you do need to mirror, and then at that point it would be a little faster to flute, but it's like 2 seconds faster or something.
Yeah, he has to mirror so he doesn't just start right back in the light world again, but then...
But because in inverted you start in the overworld.
Oh yeah, it's super fast to be on the Dark Death Mountain.
I'm not really even sure how much faster it would be to have the flute activated.
I'd probably flute just to have the health refill, and then you're just holding down the A button or whatever to flute to 1. You don't need to time it out perfectly, but yeah, but not getting tripped up by the inverted routing here. And you hit the hammer pegs when you've got mitts and nice fairy. Okay, and just mirror here to laser break.
What a baby fairy!
You don't need the health refill when there's a fairy right there.
You don't need the fairy either when you have
when you have tempered
14
card.
hearts, tempered red veil, half magic.
He's gonna save time on the cutscene that he's gonna have anyway because he's gonna run out of magic or be low on magic. And there's a pendant for Kaede. Still needs to go to Ganon's Tower, find Big Key and Ice Rod, and beat Trinex. Really nice Trinex fight there by Gammachuu. 3rd pendant coming up. 12 dungeons defeated.
Hop back into the light world, then save and quit, and beat the game. This was a really nice seed. It gave you mid super early.
Yeah,
Mirror
1:30 something is blazing time for an all dungeons Keysanity mode.
Yeah. You had the mitts and the mirror super early, and then nothing. There was like literally all of the slow checks were not needed.
Yeah, I guess we did start with boots as well, so that definitely speeds things up.
Yeah. Definitely speeds things up. I've heard that boots do make things 10% faster, and I feel like that number is a lie. I feel like it's got to be more than that.
Yeah, they're definitely 100% faster.
Well, it's 100% more fun. Or maybe infinite, but...
Absolutely. And GG's to Gammachuu, as we hope this bridge is going to spawn here. He was a little bit high, but there it is.
We'll see. Kaede chooses to finish this out. He should be picking up his go mode pretty soon.
Yeah, I might want to see where the ice rod and the big key are, and check the race room and see what's going on. But that's a 1-0 lead in this series for Gammachuu, so he's going to look to close things out, and I would have to believe that Game 2 is going to be restreamed here on ZeldaSpeedRuns channels, one of their channels in the network on Sunday morning. I think it was 10 a.m. Eastern. So that'll be definitely interesting to tune in for, just before all your American football starts.
It looks like we are going to get the rest of this seed from Kaede. Climb, Trynex, Ganon.
Yeah, sounds good to me. Always like watching good players have good execution through the gauntlet and all that.
Yeah, I mean that's basically what we've got left is to see how good our gauntlet run is. Like there's no more randomizer to be had. We are joined by Gamma ?
Hello. Hi.
Hello. GG.
GG, thanks.
How do you feel about your seed?
I felt like I routed that okay. I felt a little worried when I picked up the hammer, because I figured maybe Kaede went here fairly early, because Mountain had almost nothing other than like an Eastern big key, I think. And yeah, I kind of put off Eastern area for quite a while. So maybe I put something in all of the Mountain.
So I was curious, when you were up on the mountain the second time, you just ran and beat Castle Tower and you didn't touch. I was thinking that you would do
Hera.
Everything there, and then Mirror after Hera, and then do Castle Tower.
My thinking was I wanted that big key right off of Lumberjack. I want to hold off on Hera. Maybe I get the small key, or maybe I could combo that with TR. I didn't really think about it. You know, I thought I could maybe be in GT until I was getting into Myra. I realized, oh wait, these are the things that put me in GT mode. But I kind of wanted to hold off on Hera. I just really wanted that big key off Lumberjack, hoping maybe it's a Desert big key. I could combo them together, Myra and Desert.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And I also purposely left out Mimic Cave, Big Chest of TR, and Crystal Roller Room. Hoping maybe if I do get the Ice Rod, I could just kind of go from there, the Big Chest into Trinex. Maybe give me Antenna to come back, but at that point when I reach GT mode, I'm like thinking I'm just gonna bet it all on GT, having what I need.
So when you were on the mountain the first time, why did you skip Big Chest at Crystal Roller?
I wanted. I didn't want to come up. Yeah, it was out of logic, and I hate going down 3 times. And all I've gotten so far at that point was just Eastern Big Key, I think. Everything else was complete trash.
Sorry.
And
So
I just wanted to maybe just combo that with Hera later on.
did you consider that you didn't need to go 3rd time? That you just mirror in front of Spiral Cave and walk to the right?
Oh. I told myself I had to fall down 3 times. Oh, I forgot. Right, you could just do that. That's the thing.
That is a thing.
I didn't think of it either until Tara told me.
All I'm thinking is you gotta drop down for each one. My brain's not even thinking about that.
You have to go
you saw my lovely
and up if you want to check Mimic Cave, but you didn't have a hammer, so that's probably why you were thinking that.
Yeah,
you have to do that.
There you go. There you go. That's what I was thinking. Thank you. My mirrors in Skullwoods were pretty great. I know you saw that.
Yeah, that was.
I almost fell down in the hole. Like, oh, this is not where you mirror.
Directly on the hole.
Yeah. I was trying to mirror in the mid section, and I just don't know, man. I don't play a lot of inverted.
Yeah, it's above the stump next to the tree pole.
Yeah. Now I know.
We were counting the mirror box. You definitely were ahead in that as well.
Really?
Yeah. Kaede didn't have that many. But you had a really nice one over by the uncle to get the pyramid ledge item.
Yeah. Oh, there's that. I almost forgot about it. I'm done going to uncle. Felt good though. I initially was not gonna do escape until I got this small key up in the mountain. That was in TR, I think. And then I just telling myself, well, this will eventually be in logic. Just get it out of the way. And it had a few things that I needed in there. There's a Mario and I think a big key or small key to Ag. I don't remember.
Yeah, there was something in Zelda Cell that was
Castle Tower small.
Right.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, so I felt good. Also, I did Ice Palace before even touching the Mire. I'm just looking for that Desert Big Key. I just want to combo them both.
Yeah, your trip to Ice Palace was a little bit confusing.
Yeah. So I was, because I needed to drop bombs in the water, and I was thinking, well, just go in the light world right here in the portal, go by the staircase and drop the bombs, and then I didn't realize, well, there's a pond, there's water right here in front of me. I could just drop them. Because I don't think there's a staircase in the dark world, so I could drop them.
Yeah. You don't actually need to. You don't need to drop the bombs in the light world. You can do it from where you fake delivered.
And I need to drop bombs, don't I? In the water?
Do that you can throw them in.
Oh, I could really? Yeah. I could throw them. I thought you had to toss them in, at a certain speed. I didn't think, you could just toss them in there. I never considered that at all.
Yeah, neither did I until I was told I could do that in a casual boots, where it was,
right,
logical Agaseed to get the pod and all that.
Okay. Okay, I learned something new. Yeah, overall I just felt okay-ish. My biggest worry was Ice Rod being somewhere and GT Big Key being go mode, and yeah, Mimic Cave just putting me a little bit scared because I didn't want to go back. I just felt like I overcleared, just go to GT. If it's there, I probably lost. I felt good overall though. Once I picked the Flash 5 that I think I'm in okay shape.
Yeah, I think it was a pretty fast seed in general, and like you made a lot of. You both kind of made a lot of skips, but I feel like yours basically never really burned you. Like you skipped all the slow checks and never had to go back for any of the areas that you sort of left one thing behind.
Yeah, Dora, Mushroom Spot, had Powder, Bottle. My Bottle was late too. I didn't do Hero's Basement. It's just like, I felt pretty good. Which one of us got the hammer first?
Kaede did get it first.
Yeah,
He
Kaede
He
went
did,
to Pod Eastern before the mountain, and then had to double dip Pod Eastern, or I guess just Eastern. Whereas you did the mountain, and then were able to single dip Pod and Eastern, and then go back up the mountain later. Which I guess you inevitably have to do some of the Castle Tower and beat Trinex and all that anyway. But
Right.
yours just worked out a little bit nicer, I think.
Yeah, Mitts going up in the mountain inverted. I feel like that's just too much checks to ignore.
Mitts
I
and Mir,
figured.
yeah.
Yeah. So that just opens up everything and all the TR locations. So
Kaede also kills Ganon. Still a pretty quick time.
Yeah. GG Kaede.
See if he also wants to join the interview.
I'm glad the hookshot was free, or there was nothing of importance in Hookshot Cave. I figured
Yeah.
he might hover it.
Well, he also had the hookshot going up there. That was what
first
surprised
time.
me the most about your skipping of all of that stuff is that hookshot would have incentivized you to check that.
Yeah,
Once you
no,
do
I
hookshot,
just.
you're also doing, Mimic,
I don't-
Crystal Roller, TR Big, Hera.
I didn't want to go anywhere in the East West Mountain after. I'm just focusing in on the Desert Mire area.
Mm-hmm.
I just wanted that big key. I really wanted it to be desert, but the desert big key just ended up being in Mire, I think. Mire, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's very friendly seed. Like,
Yeah,
pod
not
big and pod with the hammer. Like, it's like you had to enter these dungeons that you don't necessarily like. It's not like you could just go to the dungeon; they were full clearable. But once you actually went to these areas, there's like, yeah, you went to Mire and Mire Desert, just full clearable. Like Eastern Pod, full clearable. It's very, very friendly locations overall. And we are joined by Kaede. GG's.
Hello, this is Gamma.
Hey, GG's Kaede.
Yeah, I guess you skipped a lot of horrible, I guess.
I skipped a lot of the slow checks because I
Mhm.
felt like I got kind of late to the hammer because I did the mountain before ever touching the Pod Eastern area.
Yeah, I went to bot as soon as I got the fifth key. So
Yeah. How many keys did you go into Pod with?
5.
Oh, you had 5 keys. Oh, wow. Okay.
Mm.
Yeah. I ended up having the Eastern big key, so I was able to combo both Eastern and Pod. So that was nice. I got the flippers very late. That pushed me to skip left side swamp because that was on GT mode. I think, yeah, Desert Big Key was my access to GT. And I skipped a lot of the slow checks. Zora, Sick Kid, Magic Bat, Shovel. I didn't do Pyramid Fairy. Yeah, it felt good overall. I think the way I played it.
Smithy, at least half of it at the beginning was okay, I guess.
Yeah, there was a little divergence at the beginning where Gamma went to Hype Cave and then got the mitts and had a little bit of a better opening sequence where you went in from Vu and went south.
Oh yeah, I felt happy about that. I had the mitts and I had Pearl from Dig Game and was like, oh, this is perfect. I could just grab this miss and go straight to Dark World.
Yeah, and then the mirror just showed up for you super, like, the mirror was a decent bit earlier on Gamma's side, and that sort of dictated some of the early game. It didn't make a huge difference, but it definitely felt like Gamma got a little extra efficiency in the early game from that.
Yeah, now I'm seeing the collection rate. Yeah, it's what you said. So
Yeah, I got the mirror. I didn't do Thief Sound until after I did like a loop in the light world.
Yeah, it was like a 17-minute sea house check. It was very reasonable.
Yeah, I'm
did you have the small key for the big chest?
for Thief Sound.
Yes.
Yes, I got that. I think that was in Turtle Rock.
Yeah, I was on Lace Bridge.
Yeah, I didn't single it. I came back later just because in case in case Kaede does this early on, I don't want him to have any advantage over me.
There was no way for me to win this. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, I mean, Meyer cutscene. There's a couple of checks of like the slow checks that you did, Mushroom, that Gamma just didn't, and if any of those ended up being Ice Rod or GT Big, like I don't know when Gamma gets back to it. It's just.
I mean, I just tried some dumb locations instead of going to. I mean, I was thinking about going Desert and Meyer, but I just tried.
Yeah, when I went over there, I had nothing else. I don't think I had Hera, but it was still out of logic because that lamp was flipper locked. Yeah, and I just said I just gotta go over there. And they had everything flippers, bombos, and that desert big key is like perfect. I'm gonna gamble everything I need in GT.
All right, well. Your game 2 is tomorrow,
it was
right?
2-minute difference. They had to stop after killing Mothula, like 1 or 2 minutes. I don't remember how much, but.
Oh.
No, that's okay. I mean, that's okay. Well, thank you for the stream, by the way. Thanks for the tracking.
Yeah. Echoing what Kaede said, thanks for putting up the restream all and doing tracking. I really appreciate that.
For sure, it was a pleasure to watch, and good luck to both of you in Game 2 on Sunday, I believe.
Yeah, it'll be a
Good
double
luck for
header.
you, Amma. Good luck.
Yes, good luck, Kaede. Yeah, it'll be on Sunday. It'll be a double header if it comes to it. I wouldn't be surprised if it does, though.
It will be a single, right? We will see.
Yeah.
Either way, good luck to both of you in the upcoming second race. And I think this is where I come in and take us away here. And first thing I need to do, obviously, is say shout out to the runners. Thank you to Gammachuu and Kaede for putting on a heck of a show for us today. Was a pleasure to watch. Obviously, also thank you to our tracker Kefka and to our wonderful commentary team, Dapper Wormman and Telethar. All that's left for me to do is to do a few schedule announcements. Up next on Zelda Speedruns, that'll be at 1 a.m. UTC, so in just a few hours, 9 p.m. Eastern. Wind Waker Randomizer Season 6 Tournament, lower bracket top 16, that's Jarhead versus Goldquiver. Also at 1 a.m. UTC, 9 p.m. Eastern, over on Zelda Speedruns 2, the Zelda 2 Randomizer Tournament Swiss Round 1, TAH versus Alsoa, and just an hour later, 2 a.m. UTC, 10 p.m. Eastern, another Z2R Swiss Round 1 match, Homewrecker versus Artea. So looking forward to seeing you there. In the meantime, though, thank you all for watching us on Zelda Speedruns. Looking forward to seeing you on Sunday as well for Game 2 and, if necessary, Game 3 of this grand final of the AD Keys Tournament 2023. Thank you all for watching. and see you soon. Bye, everyone.